Hello everyone, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we are going to make handmade paper.
Yes.
So we have these tools and paper shredding things from American Crafts. And we're going to kind of show you how to do this. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of one of those crafts where it's not like a quick craft.
Yeah.
It's enjoy the process kind of craft.
I like making handmade paper though. I think it's cool. Like I've made a lot of books and journals with handmade paper, and it just adds that
It's
that
a very
extra
unique
feel.
look to it. Yeah. It's textury. It looks vintagey.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yep. So maybe we should show some of the things
First, we'll
we've
show
made.
you some examples. Yesterday we played a lot with this because we wanted to make sure we knew what we were doing and wanted to show you some things. So here, let's switch the camera. There we go. Here's our big tub of water.
Ready to go.
But, okay, so one of the things that you can use is this tag cutout. So you put that in this thing when you're making the paper, and that's how I got the size. So then I made this little mini tag album. Isn't that cute?
Super cute.
So I used white paper, and then we added blue dye in slowly and surely to kind of make it ombre.
Here's the...
Oh, we gotta switch the camera again. We're back to our faces.
Here it is. Here's
technical difficulties.
Here's
where? Okay, here we go.
Here
it is.
These are the dyes. They come in a lot of different colors.
Yeah.
And they're sets of 3. So
I'm gonna just do like a little flip through here. But like, look at the edges on here. It's rough. It's organic. I just love it.
Yeah.
I love the feel of it. And I printed off just like little itty bitty pictures in here. Isn't this just adorable? And I made this paper. Like, it's such a cool feeling, like, to make paper and then make it into something. You can use it for whatever you want. Scrapbooking, card making, art journaling, wherever you use paper, you can use this handmade paper. And then you can see I'm getting a little bit bluer. If you can tell, I try to do it ombre. It was a little bit difficult to do first try, but yes, my papers are getting a little bit bluer. So yeah, that's my cute little mini album.
And I made, this is a little journal. It's with leather using one of the Eileen Hull Big Styes and all the handmade paper in here. I put seeds in here. There's a kit that has seeds, so then you just sprinkle the seeds on in. So a lot of these papers have seeds in them. Yeah. Just a really distressed look.
The different mix-ins. They're like florals. They're the gold foil.
Yeah, so there's some foil with it. I made this little envelope.
This is the cutest thing ever.
Yeah,
so there is an envelope like cutout.
And then I just folded it up. I'd still have to glue it, and then I can put things in it.
Isn't that cute?
I also tried it with using rub-ons. I found if you coat the handmade paper with Mod Podge first, and then you can use some rub-ons, and it still has that same feel. So
it does not work as well without the Mod Podge. I found that out just because of the texture of the paper.
And then here's my ombre effect with
you got more
using
of
all the
ombre.
papers.
Yeah.
So I started with like one drop and then 2 drops. Are you going to do an
album with those, or what are you going to do with those?
I don't know, but they're pretty. And then these last few, I added some copper foil, and it sticks in really nice.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of show you the process and kind of, talk about the different options that you can do.
You can also add in...
Here's all your...
These are just all my previous ones.
So many.
I've added in pine needles and dandelions. Some of these are newspapers.
Ooh.
Rose petals. Those are the first roses Sean got me.
Aww.
So I saved them in some handmade paper. Just a bunch of different flowers. This is a book I made with all of them. And now it's
specks everywhere.
Some of those are made with cotton too. So the cotton ones are a bit more fluffy. All right.
Okay. So we're using like the bigger starter kit. They're kind of like 2 starter kits. This is the one that comes with the tub, and everything that you need. So it comes with, oh boy, we're just dropping things over here.
I'm trying to keep everything safe by putting it in a bag.
So it comes with a tub. It comes with this frame thing. What is this called? Strainer frame?
Yeah, it's like the paper strainer. I'm sure there's
probably a name
name
for this, but yeah, it's very fine strainer so that you can get that excess water out. It comes with 2 sponges. This helps get excess water out.
It comes with this gold powder.
Yes.
Which, let's see.
Do you have that one example?
Yeah. Which the gold powder turned more into this light orange color.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
There's a set of pigment powders of all different colors too. That's separate. Those are really nice. It comes with this acrylic roller. This helps to like flatten it out and get out even more water. You want to get out as much water as you can from your paper. And then it came, oh, actually these are separate. The tag and envelope little frames are in a separate pack. It also comes with the directions. Ours are a little bit wet. We had an incident earlier.
Make your paper in an area that you're okay with getting wet, because things are gonna get wet.
We're having some trouble. we used a different blender yesterday, and then today I brought mine from home that was a Ninja. I was like, oh, it's a Ninja, it'll be great, right? No, it was not great.
Well, and like it was missing some of the suction, so we just had water flying
all over.
Yeah, and then it kept getting caught. So you want a blender. I mean, it eventually did work. This is what we got from using the Ninja. So
it took forever.
It did break up.
But if you use just like a normal blender,
a blender that has the blade just in the bottom.
Yeah. So this is like one from Walmart.
This is like a cheap $20 one, and this one blended the paper perfectly, like immediately.
So you want the paper to get the directions will tell you this, but like a nice oatmeal texture, and that's what you're going to be going for.
Yes, you can see.
We have
this one's blended.
That it helps to kind of soak the paper for a little bit beforehand. It kind of helps blend it up better. So then there are all these different. You get white paper scraps, whatever you want to call it, in this starter kit. But you can also buy different colored papers. We have the craft paper. This looks nice. And pink. I know there's blue, red, black, green maybe. I don't remember.
That might be it.
All kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so should we get started here?
Yes. Guess if you want to start making the paper, this is some that we already blended, so this can get going, and I'll start blending some, so you can see that. Yeah. So you just dump
it right in.
You have your bucket with warm water, and then you I blended some with some water as well. I'll show you the mixture when I get to blending in a second here. I'm just doing this to try to clean out the blender. Save all the paper goods.
Can you use scraps of your own paper? Yes. Yes, you can.
Really, if you have this starter thing, you can really put in whatever. Like if you have dried pressed flowers or special paper,
newspaper, other papers,
recycled
anything
paper.
that you can probably just like rip it up by hand is probably okay, and then blend it real good.
Yep.
Yeah. So look at this. Let me get like a little. Try to get a bunch here.
And then
can you see how small that is? So it's not like super tiny, but it's a good size. So you get that all in there. Nice warm water.
And then I wanted to start soaking some of this pink, so we can use that. You don't have to soak it. That's just what I've found.
Just what we're doing.
Better.
It seems to work. Yeah. Okay, so this first one we're gonna keep it white. We'll show you different things you can do later. Oh, I love that pink.
So I'll just take like that much, and I've got a bucket of warm water next to me, and I'll just fully submerge it. And they put a lot into these. Like they're really full. Like I just grabbed a good handful, which will make, I don't know, maybe 3 or so pages. but it hardly
Yeah,
looks
you can
like...
make a lot of papers out of what comes with it. Like the kit comes with a pretty big bag of white, and the other ones you can make a lot. Okay, so you have your bucket, you have your shredded and blended paper right in here. There's a couple little things I'm picking out left over. Okay, so then do you want to show this or you want me?
Either way.
I always forget which way to do this.
You want it
this way, right?
So you want to be able to take your paper out and flip it upside down and have that be flat. So you always want to pick up your paper particles on this side. So you'd close this. This is the side with the hole.
Yep.
Close that.
This way.
And this is the
This
way
is the way that you dunk it.
that it go
Yep.
in. Yeah. And then
just get it in there.
get it in. You really want some of that paper to go on top. Move it around. I try to move away some of the stuff that's on the bottom and get it just flowing around in there.
If you have other mix-ins, this is the time to kind of push them over there. You want the mix-ins to be in here in the water at this point.
And then I just slowly start raising up and taking it out of the water.
Look at that.
If you don't think that you did, like, you could do better, or like this one, it seems a little thicker over here and a little thinner there, just put it back in the water and do it again. Move everything around. I found if you keep all of the water moving and all the particles moving, it stays pretty even. Just like with this little vibration move. And then you can just pick it up quickly. And that still seems kind of thin. Might need more particles in here. Or less water.
Less water, maybe.
But it's hard taking less water.
Yes.
So I'd say just put in more particles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we still have some thin spots. So we can just add in some.
Okay.
Start doing some brown. Because we already got some brown ready.
Sure.
So this will be a little bit of a mix.
It'll be like a light brown when it comes out. Or if you don't mix it too much, it'll be like
speckly, yeah.
Yeah, that'll look cool. Ooh, yeah, like that.
See, that
White
seems
and
like
brown.
better coverage.
Yeah.
And then you want to try to get out as much of the water as possible. I'm taking all of this paper stuff that is stuck around the frame.
What size
and just throwing
paper?
it in.
This makes a 5x7. Really nice size. Perfect for cards.
Mini books.
Mini albums. Really nice size. There is a bigger size screen. I think it is 8.5 by 11. Pretty sure that you can get that separate. There are also like different shapes. There's a hexagon. There's a heart. What else is there? I don't remember. But they're really
But there's
cool.
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you microfiber cloth. It comes with 4 microfiber cloths. So you set one down. Get it nice and flat.
And then you can open this up. And then remember, because we put this on the flat side, so we're just going to flip it over. You don't have to worry about it falling or anything. Start the blender up.
Start the blender.
So, like, don't feel like you have to flip it really quick, because
it does stay to, it sticks to the screen.
it.
Yeah.
And then you want to pick up some of that moisture. So I'm using a sponge, and I'm sponging along the screen side. If I sponged along the other side, the paper would just stick to the sponge, which isn't that big of a deal. You just put it back in the bucket, put all your pulp back, and
start over.
Do it again.
But do it this way, then you don't have to do it over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that they included 2 sponges, so you can just kind of go back and forth. If one's getting too wet, use the other one. This is a really good way to get off all that excess water.
And then once you have your water off, or at least as much as you can get off, you can take off your screen. So
Look at
there,
that.
you can see the paper.
And this is when you take another microfiber cloth, put it right over it.
Make sure everything's nice and flat. And then you want to roll it, but you don't want to like super press on it that hard. It's just to flatten it a little bit. If you press
take the roller
too hard, it'll shift your paper around a little bit.
And you just roll it out. Make sure
Yep.
you get all those edges. I don't know how high up that went, but
Yeah, that looks good. And then there you go. Now you got a flat piece of paper.
ta-da! So now I would not remove it yet from
No.
this cloth because it will kind of come
It,
apart.
yeah.
You want it to dry here for a little while before you remove it.
Yeah, so waited till it was about maybe like 70% dry, and then you can kind of peel it off. If you wait for it to get 100% dry before you peel it off, that's even better. I'm just not patient like that.
We were making all kinds of paper yesterday too.
Yeah.
So we're just ripping things off. We put some by like heaters or outside in the sun to kind of speed up the process. Because it does take a little while for it to be dry enough to like hold up. But really drying overnight is your best bet for being able to use it. So like for my mini album, I did not start making it really until today. I started it yesterday, let it dry overnight, sit it under a heavy album to flatten, and it was super dry and perfect in the morning. So this microfiber cloth, you can actually dry another sheet of paper right next to it. Because you know, you have that space, might as well. Why don't we can mix in some seeds to this one. I think that would go nicely.
I can start blending up this pink.
The pink looks so pretty. So these are wildflower seeds. And if you wanted to, you even could like go plant this outside. Like get some wildflowers from your little paper. So I'm going to take this out. Sprinkle in some seeds.
I'm just putting this in the blender. There's already water in the blender. I want to make sure it's like covered with water. And it's warm water. The warm water helps it break down a little bit quicker.
I'm just going to very carefully scooch this over.
And
good thing we put this paper here. It's getting all wet.
And so let's see if you can see how full it is. It's like mostly full with water. It's got some paper in there. And then I'll just give it a little blending. And really, that was it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how good this blender works compared to
I'm gonna use the little tag frame to put in here. So you put it on it this way. So here is the empty holy part that goes on top. Put it on that way. And then I'm just gonna put that in. So when you kind of like are getting low on the paper in here, you know, you don't feel like you have enough for a whole nother sheet, just do something smaller. Because these little tags don't take up a lot. So I'm gonna kind of just try to get these seeds over here. I want those seeds. And then I'm just gonna slowly pull up and see what I get here. I'm gonna fix that. You can even, like, I like tap it down a little bit with my fingers. And that looks good. It might not all be even, but that's okay. So I'm just kind of getting off the extra around the edges.
And you're waiting for it all to drip, as much water to drip out as you can anyways, so you might as well clean it up a little bit while you're waiting.
Do a gentle shake. Okay, then can you pull this back over and we'll... Everything is so wet.
Yeah. Things get wet.
Okay. So then you pull this up. You can see that. And then you're going to very gently take out your tag frame.
Give it a rinse.
And then I'm just going to... See, this is how it looks. Put little tags. And then I'm going to flip it over right here on this cloth. Okay. And then I'm going to use the sponges. Get out all excess water. This looks cool, the seeds.
Yeah, I like the brown
it with the brown
seeds.
and the white.
Yeah.
Really nice, natural. Oh, I just dropped that sponge in
A
there.
wet sponge.
That is a very wet sponge.
That's why they give you two sponges.
That's why they have two.
They thought things through.
Yes. got all that out, and then I just very gently pull that up. And look at my cute little tags.
Cute.
Aren't those adorable? So then I put my microfiber cloth over it and get that roller back out. And just gently roll that out.
I added another handful of craft to this.
Yeah.
So we're going to start getting the paper a little bit darker. This is a good way too if you want to make an ombre something.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep adding a handful of something or adding a squirt more of color each time.
Look at those. Don't those look fun? So I'm going to set this aside to dry because we don't want to spill water on it because that's something we would do. And I'm just going to very carefully... It's sticking to our paper here.
And also how much, I mean, it's pretty, you don't have to be super careful with it. Yesterday it was flopping in the wind and because I set them outside and they would get flipped upside down but they were fine. So you didn't even know. Didn't even know that part of the story.
Okay, so this is now with more brown. I like that too.
Yeah. So this has a
nice.
bit more brown. And you can see how you can really get these cranking out.
Guess maybe we shouldn't have the paper here. We're like, we'll get a nice clean sheet of white paper for a nice background, but that doesn't quite work.
It's gonna
with
get wet,
all
but
the white.
we can give it a go.
It's fine. Okay. So fun. I can almost even peel this off of the...
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. Could you always use a heat tool to speed dry it along?
Flora, yes, it does. It's a very relaxing process.
Yeah.
It is very,
It's like a very tactile,
satisfying,
craft.
and yeah. And then when it all dries, you're like, wow, I made that.
Yeah.
I made that paper.
Should we try a color in here?
I don't know if it'll do well with the
I don't know
brown
either,
and white.
but
You're gonna try? Okay, you guys, yesterday, I'm a little bit nervous of you pouring that. She's putting an ink in there, or a dye. Yesterday we used the purple one, and so these come like closed, like you have to kind of put a needle in it to really open it. And so the purple one somehow got like a hole in it, and so when Jess went to squirt it, it squirted out sideways, got over everything, like our table, all over Allie who was sitting there, and her like new white shoes. So we spent like an hour, 2 hours scrubbing her shoes with alcohol wipes, sanitizer,
magic eraser.
Magic erasers. We finally got it, mostly all of it out. But just so you know, don't wear white shoes around this kind of dye.
Yeah.
It's just called paper dye. I don't really know what's in it.
I think it seems similar to alcohol ink. Yeah.
It's very permanent. Just be very careful with these dyes. Okay, so you added in that like bluish greenish one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Peacock.
And
so it doesn't change the brown all that much, but it
changes the white.
It changes the white in here a little bit.
That's pretty. Whoop, dripping. So this is actually would be a really fun craft to do with your kids or grandkids.
Because it's a bucket of water.
Yeah, kids love water.
Yeah, you put a bucket of water in front of them.
My 8-year-old, she would love this. She would absolutely love this. And then they can make their own like little notebooks or something, you know, have something.
Or just draw on them, or
Yeah. These seeds are everywhere. It's a little bit of a messy craft. That's okay. So you can see we have like the purple stains on this from yesterday.
Yeah, the purple was a bit intense.
Yeah.
So you could see a little bit of a difference between the blue one versus the not blue one.
The not blue one, yeah. Here.
Oh yeah.
Unless there's, I think there's one more of that before we use these. I brought in some more cloths from home because, you know, if you're making a lot of paper,
Mhm.
you want a lot of these cloths.
Well, and also for a live, we're just trying to power through and show you guys a lot of
Mm-hmm.
different techniques and ideas, and we don't want to wait for drawing time, or
Yeah.
it's even hard to like pull something away.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yesterday we were doing it and having the 4 cloths worked
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Because we let it sit there for a
Yeah.
while, put it by the heater, and then we would take it off after a little while and then do it again. So we made a lot of paper yesterday. Like I
Yeah.
made 10 tags, couple sheets of paper. Um,
Should we
yeah.
make something else with this? Should we
Uh,
add in more brown?
it's kind of, I
Should
don't
we
know,
make some pink?
mix pink in there.
No, I think
Oh.
I think mixing pink in here would kind of get
Yeah, it
to
would
be a
get
bit
yucky.
much. Because I could dump this.
Yeah, maybe we should just dump and go on to the pink.
Okay.
Pink looks very pretty.
And this, all that's in this one is seeds and then paper. So this I'm just going to dump outside.
Mm-hmm. And we can see if that grows. Oh boy. It's just dripping everywhere. It's nice that we have a door right here, right next to us. So yeah, this thing could get
rinse that.
Yeah, that needs a little rinse. It gets pretty dirty. Let me show you my tags here. I wonder if I can pull it off. Here we go. I pulled it off. So it's still really wet, but I am able to handle it. Doesn't that look so fun? And then you can punch a little hole in it, keep it as a tag or a little mini album, put it on a layout, you know, whatever you want. There are so many options. So next we're going to do pink, which is a really nice pink. And I think this is just a straight pink, right? You didn't add any white to it?
Just pink.
Just pink, okay. Because we could add white to it. No, we can't. We ran out of white.
We could add brown.
Never mind.
I would do some pink, and then we can add in some brown.
And brown, like, okay. Let's do it first pink.
Yeah.
And then see how that, yeah.
So when you're filling up your water bucket, you just want it to be a bit taller than what your frame is when your frame is fully submerged in there. So, I mean, in this bucket, it's maybe like 1.5 inches deep.
Are you able to write on the paper or stamp ink?
Yes.
Yep. It would, depend like what colors you're using.
Yeah.
You might want to use like a black. It would stamp just fine. Yep. Just splashing out.
See, I feel like I'm the little kid just having fun in the water. This is so fun.
It is so fun. I love this pink. That's a fun pink. It's like a
would be cute.
bubblegum pink.
Like a baby girl announcement thing, or
like a baby shower card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cute?
It'd be really cute.
In this, 5x7 size, really, you can just fold it over for like a smaller card. Whatever size that is. Oh, I love that. Look at that. That is pretty.
And you can play around with how fine you grade up your I think I want this a little thicker. But you can play around with how thick you grade up. I'll just do all of it. Your paper, because we were doing some yesterday where it didn't get as blended, so there were some more like stringy look.
But like I think it still turned out fine.
And this one is super blended.
Super blended.
This one's the most blended we've done yet.
Like if you look at some of my pages, I'm trying to find an example. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see there's some like longer strings in there. But I don't mind that look. Like,
it's
I like
all
the texture of that.
Play around with it.
Yeah. So really, you could, blend it a little bit to see if you like that texture and that look, and keep blending if you want it more blended.
Because this pink blended up even finer than the white or the brown.
Okay. So maybe it depends on the color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that pink. Whoop. Let's not knock that over. Okay. So nice bright yellow cloth.
Bright yellow, bright pink.
Probably
Oh, I
looks-
did this on the wrong side, though.
Oh.
See, you can tell right
yeah.
away if you did it on the right side, because I open this and I've got the frame over here,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be able to flip it and sponge it and get this off nicely,
Nope.
so it's kind of stuck. So it's not
It
a
happens.
big deal.
Nope.
You just put it back in, rinse it off a bit, flip
and
it
then do
over.
the right way. Yeah.
It'll happen.
I did that wrong the first time too. I was like, Jessica, how do I do this? And the directions in this kit they're pretty good directions, and they have like photos. And so if you follow directions, you will do it right. The purple ink would actually look kind of cool with that too. I'm afraid to use the purple.
The purple we found, I would just have to submerge it and then spray it.
Because of the hole in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure yours would not have a hole in it, but ours did. Look at that. That is a pretty color.
That makes me want to try some purple in there.
Yeah. Alright, so you lay it out and sponge out the water. So it's really a easy process. Once you get going, it's pretty easy. You could make a pink envelope too.
Oh, for the pink card?
For the pink card. Mm-hmm.
I want to try some purple. Do you want anything else with the pink, or can I throw in some purple?
Yeah, purple's fine.
Okay. Purple. Oh.
It's stuck to the thing.
I kind of wonder if I grated it up too finely.
Oh.
Because it says to grate it up like oatmeal. Oatmeal consistency. And this is like... It's
smooth.
It's smooth. This is some smooth stuff.
It's not coming off.
Yeah, so it kind of sticks in the screen. I wonder if I just heat it up a little bit.
Like problem solving. So we will figure this out for you in case this happens to you. Yeah, I wonder if we just kind of
start the drying process a little bit.
Okay, good to know. Yeah,
because it is very fine.
This is very fine. Like I can't even barely pick any of that up. Okay, so you see that?
This cheap blender
works
That's
too well.
That's a good blender.
Morgan had to go to her house and get it.
You should have just let me bring that one in yesterday.
Yeah, you should have brought it yesterday. Yes. It was like 2 minutes before we were going to go live at 1 o'clock, right? And we're blending with the blender I brought today, and it was not working. Like, oh my goodness. Morgan, can you go get your blender? Thankfully, she lives nearby. Okay, so we're going to see if this works. If it doesn't work, what if we put brown in there to kind of...
Yeah, give it a bit of grit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's, stuck on there... Like, push it out? I don't know. This is what not to do. Don't blend it too much.
Don't blend it so much. I was just very into that blender. I was like...
You were in a blending frenzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would probably have to have that dry right on there.
Yeah. And then I bet you could peel it off.
Yeah. But, oh, is
Here,
it coming?
it's starting.
Okay. Here we go. So be careful blending. Don't blend too much because it will...
Look how perfect that page is, though.
That is awesome.
That is a nice page.
That is very nice.
So, problem solving is part of the art making.
It's part of our lives. We always have problems.
Here, maybe I can show. See if you can see. This is the purple.
Let's
see which way does it go. I don't want to do it too hard.
I'm just gonna back away. That stuff stains. Where did it go?
I don't know. But it went straight up. Okay, I'll just drip it in here. Oh, I don't know if you saw that.
of it. Yep.
But I'll just submerge it and then do it, because then it makes less of a mess.
Flora says she really likes the texture of the fine blending. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. It's a very different look, the fine blended look to the more of a chunky look. And so, yeah, you can play around with it. See how much blending you want to do, which papers you want to do.
I mean, I like both, and I do use both for different reasons, but I really like the chunky look. And I think it's more like, this is obviously handmade paper.
Yes, it's very obvious.
Like, I don't want to spend the time to make paper to make it look like I bought it. Like, if I'm hand making this,
yeah, I want it to look handmade.
You know. I made this.
And I love, like, the imperfect edges. Like, yes, I could probably trim that up and make it look just like the size of the tag from the frame.
Yeah.
But I really like it like that.
What I did with some of mine is some of them had, like, some really stringy stranglers on there. And so I trimmed those off and then just, like, kind of rubbed my fingernail on the edge to get them. So it had that more distressed look again.
Yeah. All my edges are pretty rough looking, and I really like that look. But yeah, if you want a smoother look, you can just cut it and trim it. But I really like those edges. Okay, so now this time we add in the purple dye. We're gonna have the same issue with the water and the fine blending, but
I think I could have added some more purple. I don't think it changed a whole lot.
Yeah, we'll have to see when you pull it off. It does stain hands too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get it off.
It didn't stain too bad. Like, last night, there wasn't any more left.
I was able just to wash it off with normal soap, like a couple times, just normal washing. If you can't get it off, I would use some kind of alcohol, something like sanitizer or alcohol wipes. Those always really help too. Nice to keep those on hand for crafting, because you just never know what kind of dyes might be squirting out at you. And this one probably would dry faster too, right?
Yeah, it might.
So it feels thinner and finer and not so chunky. Like, this still feels pretty wet. The first one we did, it's still pretty wet.
I also really like the look of just the white.
Yeah, the white is really pretty.
I want some more just white papers.
A couple of just the white?
Yeah. You want heat?
I want to look, yeah. I don't remember if we showed
this
that
is
one.
just white.
Just white. Isn't that so pretty?
And it's like a little translucent. So I don't know how much you can tell on here. But yeah, it's a little translucent. Like, I can see light pass through it.
It's almost like lacy texture.
It's really pretty.
So pretty.
And you can always use more white paper.
Always.
And you always have extra white paper.
Always. Yeah, so this is a good way to use up scraps of paper that you have. Maybe stick with, like, the same color family, like use a bunch of warm colors and blend those together, see what you can kind of get, but experiment, see what you can come up with.
Yeah.
I don't know, how much do we heat that for?
I heated this side a little bit,
too. The edges was starting to come up. Ooh, yeah.
Move the thing.
Okay, I can see a little bit of
It's a
difference.
little bit darker of a pink. It doesn't change a lot.
We have noticed that you have to use quite a bit of the dye to get it darker. If you really want darker paper, we suggest going with the actual paper color. So going with, like, the pink paper, the blue paper, starting with that to get darker colored stuff. Otherwise, you have to use a lot of the dye. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. Oh, we got a wrinkle in it.
See, it wasn't completely flat. Or that can happen if you push too hard, too.
Oh, yeah. But it's kind of cool. I like
it. It is kind of cool. I can try to flatten
paper and seeds all over me.
See, and things like this will kind of happen when you're rolling, so just try to keep it flat. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so what should we do next? Do you guys have any ideas?
Could throw some brown in there. Throw some
Yeah.
gold. Throw some foil in there.
Ooh,
Um,
I don't know where to put this. This is probably gonna have to go on the floor.
yeah.
Ooh.
Well, could start with some brown because we got more brown. See how brown and pink look together?
Sure.
And then we'll have like a different texture. So the brown is a little bit chunkier
Yeah,
than the pink.
I'd be interested to see how this
Do you
comes
want to make
out.
an envelope?
Oh, sure.
I don't think we've showed the envelope yet.
I like the envelope.
Yeah.
Spice it
Flora
in.
says gold foil would be pretty.
Yeah.
Would be. Do we have gold out?
We don't have any of the foil out, but it's just in the embellishments.
In the embellishments drawer?
Flat embellishment?
Yes.
No.
No.
Chunky embellishment?
Yes.
Yes. We have 2 drawers for embellishments, flat and chunky. Do you want this one?
Well, it's a copper, but
Or
sure.
is there a gold? We do have copper. I really like the pink and brown.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It might be in a little, like a baggie with other colors in there. Like small, a lot of small colors.
Or we can just use copper.
There's like silver and gold together.
Oh.
Because there's like a whole bunch of colors, and I know there's like pink, which might look nice with the pink.
Ooh.
And they're like in little jars.
Like these ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want
Yep.
all of them?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the
Okay.
envelope.
So with the handmade collection, there is gold foil. I can't say it. Gold foil flakes. There is a package of that, but you can also use what you already have. A lot of companies make gold foil. AC does with their color pour collection. Prima does. Any of these kind of flake things. Look, aren't those pretty? So the next one, we could do pink foil.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
really
think
pretty.
pink would look pretty. And then it'd kind of highlight the pink that's already in here.
So just remember, with any kind of mix-ins, you're just going to mix it right into the water because you want them to be wet so that they actually stick. Because I have thought about it. I'm like, why can't you just sprinkle it on later?
Yeah.
It's not going to stick.
You want it to get incorporated in the bath.
in the bath.
Oh yeah, this came off.
Oh,
Super
yeah.
easily.
Yeah. Because that bigger brown helped it out. Okay. So now this one, we'll put some foil. How much foil do we want to put in there?
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
I want a lot.
It's not shaken very well.
Just sprinkle it in. Because then you can kind of...
Ooh.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. That will look so nice with that pink and brown. Oh my goodness.
I'm not even a pink person, but...
Look at
I like
that.
it.
Yes. I want to add foil now to all my papers
Yeah.
that I've already done.
It's nice.
I think I will add foil to everything now. Look at that shine. Those flakes are a lot smaller too.
Yeah.
In these little packages. This is from the color pour.
I like
Pink
the look
collection.
of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
When I was using the Prima ones, well, and that's kind of just how the Prima ones come, is bigger, and then you
can kind of
tear
smush
them up
down.
and smush them down.
Yeah.
It is nice when it's already smushed a bit.
Now you will have foil glitter everywhere.
It
but-
matches the purple and everything else
But
on my
it's
hands.
so pretty.
The other side is the side that has all the foil, though.
Yeah.
Because the foil sticks on the top more. I'll flatten it out first.
Okay.
And then I'll see if I can pull
Where'd
it
the
up.
roller go? I think it's over
Because,
there.
again, not patient.
Not patient. Never.
Not for me.
So, do you guys have any questions about handmade paper? Let us know.
What would you guys do with
Yeah.
handmade paper?
What would you make with this?
I think even
Card.
writing a letter on it would be super
Ooh.
cool.
On just the plain white.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Okay.
Would you use it in your scrapbooking?
I'm gonna try to flip it.
Art journaling? Look at that. That is so pretty.
I might have warped it a bit. Oh no, not too bad. I'd say just if you can be patient,
You just let it
just
let
be
it die,
patient. But
yeah.
if you can't, it is workable.
Can you imagine like a whole little mini album of just
different shimmeries? I want to add. Oh, I think we used it all. As I say, I want to add some more brown and add the gold, and still have.
Yeah.
Should we mix up more? How we doing?
I don't
know.
I don't know.
You want to see more?
Do you want to see
anything
more?
else?
Let me put the lid on that before we spill that. Flora said she would use it for cards and art journals. Yes. I think an art journal of just totally handmade paper would be so cool.
And I've got some brown over here that's already been soaking, so I'm just putting some of that into the blender. And I think it's so fun when you start. See, that's where, like, it's just playtime now.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just throw some brown in there, whatever. Try not to mix it so much.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
good.
probably oatmeal.
Oh, it's probably oatmeal looking. Okay, I'm gonna move this one carefully.
And then I'm gonna just pour it all in there.
Yeah, look at that shine.
This pink, I think, would also look really nice if you had the white, like with the white, and it would it'd just be a whole different look.
Yes.
So adding the craft to anything, I think, brings more of a distressed look.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wanted the gold, or even rose gold. What do you think?
There's a couple different options. Yeah, that's the rose gold. That'd be pretty.
You can use up the rest of this. There's not a whole lot in there.
Just dunk it in.
Just dunk it.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much done.
Nice.
More gold.
More gold.
You could just try regular gold.
Okay.
Laura wanted to see some gold.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, like, that's a whole chunk. I would try to break up the chunk a little bit. And I'm sure you could throw some other things in here too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anything really, like, just a little.
Yeah, like little ephemera
Little specks,
pieces.
or I wonder even
I
like
don't know if that would work.
little sequins or something.
Sequins. That
Sequins
would work,
would
right?
get annoying, like trying to pick out, so you're not like putting sequins down the drain or in the yard.
Oh, yeah.
But I think you could.
Or glitter.
I want to break up some of these big chunks.
Yeah.
Or glitter. Glitter, I think, would be so messy though.
Yes, it would.
Because
It would look
I think
cool.
it would look really good, but then it's like, how do you clean up the glitter from the bucket?
I don't know. Ooh, I like this one.
I want more glitter.
More.
More foil.
More foil.
Really get it all in there. So now this one has some pink foil, some browns, got some pink paper,
A little bit of everything.
little
in this
gold.
one.
Actually, we have. I think this would be pretty cool. We have some little balls. They're tiny little balls that kind of look like sprinkles.
Oh.
And I think that would look super cool in white Like
Oh,
it would
yeah.
look like some funfetti or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I want to try that too. So many options
So
to
many
play with.
options. This would be a fun, like, if you have like a friends group, girls' night, just make paper together.
Mhm.
You can make a lot of paper with just one pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some different colors, some different
Mhm.
mix-ins. Everybody ends up with their own thing.
Your own paper, yeah.
Oh, there's also rose petals
Oh, yep.
that you can add to it. Love
and
that.
lavender. I don't think we have that one in yet, but there's a lavender package too.
Cool. Right?
And I love the little pieces that stick out.
Yeah.
Like, you can chop those off if you want, or you can keep them.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
It's so
I
it
like
has
the big
more of the
chunks.
big chunks on
Yeah. Shiny.
there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let us know if you have any questions about handmade paper. It's a lot of fun. This is a really fun craft. This is not something that you're gonna have results right away. You know, you need to let this dry for a little while. But the process is so much fun.
Yeah. And then it's one of those, once you get going, you don't want to stop.
You don't want to stop.
You're like,
ever.
oh, I have more paper
Yes.
that I can use right now, and I've already made a mess, so
Might as well just keep
I
going.
might as well keep going.
Yeah, have a whole day of paper making.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So tag us any projects that you make with this. We want to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see you next